Imagine waking up to the sound of waves crashing on a white sand beach, sipping fresh coconut water and watching a golden sunrise over crystal clear turquoise waters, all without emptying your bank account. The Philippines is one of those rare destinations where paradise does not come with a luxury price tag. For travelers who have been dreaming of a tropical escape but have been holding back because of budget concerns, the Philippines consistently proves that world-class experiences can be had for a fraction of what you would spend in Europe, North America, or even neighboring Southeast Asian countries like Singapore or Japan. The gap in cost between spending your holidays in the Philippines versus a typical Western destination is not just noticeable, it is staggering. From accommodation and food to transportation and activities, nearly every category of travel spending is dramatically lower in the Philippines, making it one of the most budget-friendly holiday destinations on the entire planet. Before you even set foot on Philippine soil, the cost conversation begins with airfare. Depending on where you are flying from, tickets to Manila or Cebu can be surprisingly affordable, especially when booked in advance or during promotional seasons. Travelers from within Southeast Asia, particularly from countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, or Thailand, can often find round-trip tickets for as low as 30 to 60 United States dollars through budget carriers. For travelers coming from Australia, flights can range from 200 to 400 United States dollars round trip during off-peak periods. Even from the United States or Europe, savvy travelers who book months in advance can find tickets in the range of 400 to 700 United States dollars round trip, significantly cheaper than flying to comparable beach destinations in the Caribbean or Mediterranean. Once inside the Philippines, inter-island travel is also remarkably affordable. Domestic flights between major islands like Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao can cost as little as 15 to 50 United States dollars one way, and ferry rides between islands are even cheaper, sometimes costing just 2 to 5 United States dollars for shorter routes. One of the most pleasant surprises for first-time visitors to the Philippines is just how affordable accommodation can be without sacrificing comfort or quality. In popular tourist destinations like Boracay, Palawan, Siargao, and Cebu, budget travelers can find clean, comfortable guest houses and hostels for as little as 8 to 15 United States dollars per night. Mid-range hotels and resorts, which would easily cost 200 or more United States dollars per night in places like Bali or Phuket during peak season, are available in the Philippines for roughly 30 to 70 United States dollars per night. These properties often include amenities like swimming pools, air conditioning, complimentary breakfast, and stunning ocean views. For those who want a more luxurious experience, five-star resorts in destinations like El Nido or Coron in Palawan can be found for 100 to 150 United States dollars per night, a price point that would barely cover a standard room in a mid-range hotel in cities like London, Paris, or New York. The sheer range of accommodation options means that whether you are a backpacker or a luxury traveler, the Philippines offers exceptional value at every level. Perhaps nowhere is the cost difference more dramatic than when it comes to food. The Philippines has a rich and diverse culinary culture, and eating well here costs almost nothing compared to Western standards. A full meal at a local Filipino eatery, commonly known as a carinderia, can cost as little as 1 to 2 United States dollars. This might include a generous serving of rice, a meat or fish dish, and a simple vegetable side. Street food is even cheaper, with popular snacks like fish balls, kwek-kwek, which are deep-fried quail eggs, and isaw, which are grilled chicken intestines, costing just a few cents each. Even in tourist-heavy areas, a satisfying meal at a mid-range restaurant rarely exceeds 8 to 12 United States dollars per person, and that often includes a drink. Fresh seafood, which is a highlight of any Philippine holiday, is extraordinarily affordable. A whole grilled fish or a platter of fresh prawns at a beachside restaurant might cost 4 to 8 United States dollars. the kind of meal that would set you back 40 to 60 United States dollars in a comparable seafood restaurant in Australia or the United States. For travelers who enjoy cooking, local markets offer an abundance of fresh fruits, vegetables, and seafood at prices that feel almost unreal by international standards. The Philippines is famous for its natural beauty, and the good news is that most of its most spectacular experiences come at very little cost. Island hopping tours, which take you through stunning lagoons, hidden beaches, and vibrant coral reefs, typically cost between 15 and 30 United States dollars per person for a full day, including a boat, a guide, and often a packed lunch. Snorkeling and diving are world-class in the Philippines, with the country sitting at the heart of the Coral Triangle, which is considered the global center of marine biodiversity. A single dive with a reputable dive shop costs roughly 15 to 25 United States dollars, compared to 40 to 60 United States dollars in popular diving destinations like the Maldives or the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Entrance fees to national parks and protected areas are also minimal. For example, visiting the famous underground river in Puerto Princesa or the Chocolate Hills in Bohol costs just a few United States dollars. Surfing lessons in Siargao, one of Asia's top surfing destinations, run about 15 to 20 United States dollars per session, including board rental. Even cultural experiences like visiting centuries-old Spanish colonial churches, local festivals, and traditional villages are either free or cost just a nominal entrance fee. To put all of this into concrete perspective, consider what a realistic daily budget looks like for different types of travelers in the Philippines. A budget traveler staying in a hostel dormitory, eating at local eateries and street food stalls, using public transportation like jeepneys and tricycles, and joining group tours can comfortably get by on 25 to 40 United States dollars per day. A mid-range traveler staying in a private room at a comfortable guest house or boutique hotel, eating at a mix of local and tourist restaurants, and enjoying a few paid activities can expect to spend between 60 and 100 United States dollars per day. Even a traveler seeking a more premium experience with private resort accommodation, fine dining, and private boat charters would rarely need to spend more than 200 to 250 United States dollars per day. A budget that in many Western countries would barely cover a single night in a decent hotel. When you compare these numbers to the cost of holidays in destinations like Italy, France, the United Kingdom, or even Australia, the savings are extraordinary. A 2-week holiday in the Philippines for a mid-range traveler might total around 1,000 to 1,400 United States dollars, excluding flights, while a comparable 2-week trip in Western Europe could easily cost 3,000 to 5,000 United States dollars or more. The affordability of the Philippines is not just a matter of luck or low development. It reflects a combination of factors that work in the traveler's favor. The Philippine peso has historically maintained a favorable exchange rate against major currencies like the United States dollar, the euro, and the Australian dollar, meaning your money stretches further from the moment you arrive. The cost of living in the Philippines is genuinely low, which means that local businesses can offer goods and services at prices that are sustainable for residents and incredibly attractive for foreign visitors. Beyond the economics, the Philippines offers something that money cannot always buy: warmth and genuine hospitality. Filipinos are consistently ranked among the friendliest people in the world, and the culture of welcoming visitors with open arms adds an intangible richness to every holiday experience. When you combine breathtaking natural landscapes, a vibrant food culture, world-class diving and island adventures, and some of the most affordable travel costs anywhere in Asia, the Philippines emerges not just as a cheap destination, but as one of the best value holiday destinations on Earth. Spending your holidays here means getting more beauty, more adventure, more flavor, and more genuine human connection for dramatically less than you would spend almost anywhere else.